Hey guys, so I thought I would show you what I'm making with some of the food that I bought this week. Sorry my hair is wet, I just took a shower. So first I want to show you that this recipe is from a book called Skinny Taste Cookbook. So it's, like good healthy recipes that are generally lower in calories and just thought of better. So this is the turkey panini with avocado, spinach, and roasted red pepper. So I've just mashed up some avocado, put some salt on it, and put it on top of here. And on this, the second side, there is, if you see under the spinach, there is a roasted red pepper there. And then this is basically done. Just got some turkey. It came thinly sliced from the store. It was literally the only package of turkey, so that was good. And then we are going to be grilling it on the panini press. So these look pretty good as is. I'm just gonna put this in my panini press to make them extra good. I don't know if anyone knows this, when you're using a panini press like this, you're supposed to hold down for 30 seconds before you release, and that will give it the even more crispy layer. So they're about done. They didn't crisp up a lot, and that's partially because I didn't use any butter or oil or anything like that. A lot of times when it gets really brown, but this is supposed to be a healthier version of a very fancy sandwich. Also, I don't have the exact numbers of how much it costs for me to make, but I can almost guarantee you it's way cheaper than going out to purchase a sandwich, even from like a grocery store. And there you go, there's the inside of it. All right, so we're gonna sit down and have some lunch. All right, so here's the sandwich. I'm going to take a bite and then we are going to sit down and eat the rest of this. Actually, it's really good. It's got a really good layer. I didn't realize I did it so well. The layers on this. It's very tasty, and the top is very crunchy. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but if you could, then hopefully you'll know. Very crunchy, very tasty, and probably way healthier than your normal sandwich like this that you would purchase anywhere at a restaurant or a store. Hey guys, so I'm back again with a second meal. The meal previously was just our lunch. This is our dinner, and it's definitely going to make some leftovers. So first of all, I'm just heating up some water in here to boil. We're going to be having corn on the cob. I'm going to be eating 2 pieces of corn because I love corn on the cob. And then this is just some leftover jasmine rice that I'll just heat up in the microwave. And then over here, I just have butter, which seems to be sticking for some reason, which is weird. And then I have just flour, salt and pepper, and rosemary. And it's just, I literally just searched it on my computer. I'm like, oh, it's a quick recipe. This is probably way more flour than needed. And it just said to lightly dredge it, shake it off. I learned the hard way, you gotta shake it off, otherwise it's way too much. And just cook it in this. So my oven, or sorry, not my oven, my frying pan was preheated with the butter melted. That way, oops, sorry, I did not get enough off that one. That way, it'll sear a lot better. And it sounds to me like, oh, the water's almost boiling. And when we come back, it's probably gonna be the water's boiling, and these are probably gonna be on the other side. So now the water's boiling. You can really hear the meat sizzling over there. So I'm just gonna dunk these in. I have clean hands, don't worry. And I actually don't time these. I can tell when corn is cooked because it gets brighter. So that's the only test I have for it being cooked. I think these are probably good to flip over. Yeah, they're not super seared, so I'm just gonna leave it on that side. And maybe turn up the heat a little tiny bit. So it's really sizzling up here. I'm gonna turn on the fan on low. Sorry, it's gonna be very noisy in here now, but that's how it works in a small kitchen. And see, it's much, I don't know if you can see it that well, it's much browner now, so I'm gonna flip the rest of these over. Not all of them are brown, but that's fine. I'm gonna turn the temperature down just a little bit again. And the corn is not ready yet, but you can see it's boiling away in there. It's getting yellower, a brighter yellow, but it's not quite there yet. So it's still quite loud in here because it's sizzling away. I have turned all this stuff off. This is done on both sides now. This looks slightly burnt, it's just more charred, but these are done on both sides, so they should be good. As well as the corn is done, and I heated just half of that rice in the microwave for 30 seconds, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all plated up. So this is the end result. So this was basically just a little bit of flour with rosemary, and it didn't really get that much rosemary on it. Actually, I've never made this recipe before. I literally just looked it up online. This is just jasmine rice with water and a little bit of soy sauce on top. And the way I eat my corn here is I just add salt. So there's no butter on this. So once again, it's still a fairly healthy meal. This I would consider a very quick meal for me. It probably took less than 15 minutes to make. So yes, so we're gonna enjoy our dinner. All right, so I'm gonna test this out. First time I've made this exact recipe. It's actually a really good texture for pork chops. It's because it was cooked hard on the outside, it's like nice and juicy on the inside. I'm not gonna eat the rest of it, it's just plain stuff. So yeah, we're gonna sit down and have our dinner.